Come like a bat of the hell, I dare you to cross like a reverend. In my energy paralyzed, I'm like I'm finger 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like a parent a message. You the best, if it ain't me, then you need you a confession. You a mess, you ain't scary to me. I heard you was a leader, but that ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you like cheetah, run up down the air in the scene. I feel just like Vegeta Prince and I'm an heir to the seat. I mean, for real. Touch the driver's soft so I don't even grab the wheel. That's on my chest, but it don't mean the man is stealing. Mean I'm walking with some money, man, I mean a couple mil. Ew, think you need a meal. You ain't even eating while I'm feasting in the field. That's why I'm always cheesing, cause I feel like Uncle Phil. And all this losers think the freshman ain't half the man as well. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Just like the hands on the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm dropping the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't wanna bust, so they boo each other. Think that they're the winning team, go losing, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to break it, but me and myself top two. I blow away the competition like a bowl of hot soup. And there's no catch. I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down QB, I put the pain in the past. And if you ever had a problem, promise I didn't ask. So it's 444 in the car, my dash. I shake a big, told them all, you went first, you last. Little boy, that's facts. I'ma grow that cash to my money. You know what? Let me stop.
Another L. Designer on me, this they new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
Someone put me out cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Damn Kane, you done
kill Abel. Unbalanced land, trying to keep the people stable. The way I feel, I might it all up. The way you feel, you might do it for the bug. All black, born to be a rebel. After this, I might go and water down the devil. Listen to everything around me, I can't see. Picked a dozen roses and left them in Galilee rolling thunder. Don't hear my cry, don't let alibis pass you. I finally starting to realize, never give up and coincide. Can't watch TV, it's all a lot. Tired of trying, go ahead and fly. Everybody want a straight answer, but media keep us blind. A good heart is not hard to find. Why do people try to define infrastructure right? I don't got time, infrastructure right, I don't got time. I could it's all to we're talking about you, about to protecting the sons and daughters from political manslaughter.
Someone put me out cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Never play by the rules, guess I'm paying my dues. They gon' try to intrude, poison the multitude. They be quick to accuse, when you got different views. Just know you gon' pay the price, based off the item you choose. Many times in the culture, hit you with MK Ultra. I knew you was a vulture, Holy Ghost get the ushers. No, I can't trust you. Shock you, then now you fluster. Crashing down, I was cluttered. Doing this so subtle, fumbling out through the rubble. Remember this in jungle, the top always gonna get something. The middle gotta stay hunting. Why the rush left for nothing? 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 Agitated illusion, only built for confusion. The institution, modern day execution. Think I know the solution. Maybe not should I do it? Just put it in the music. Just put it in the music.
Someone put me out cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. You'll burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it all that you desire. No ceiling when that never be the same. You burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it all that you desire. No ceiling when that never be the same. You burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it all that you desire. No silly wins that never be the same.
Yo, who tell us we ain't gonna win, man? Really? He's a bozo. Bozo. Really?
Yeah, we did a lot for the wins. Came in and drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. Yeah, I got it right in the end. Ay, now we on top once again. I don't want it if it ain't love. If it ain't, get it away from me. Who you gon' jack if it ain't us? LABB to the bakery. Some mad that I came up. I know my granny gon' pray for me. It was just us in the vacancy. We had to get it from A to B. Wheels never felt like this. 2 seats in the hills, how I feel righteous. Blue sheets for the mills, but the deal priceless. New keys can't care what's still private. I might just double it up. Did it? Never enough, I'm with it. 5, 2, 3 on the business. Whole team got wins and the wheels still spinning. I told them what I told them. We did a lot for the wins. Came in and drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. Hey, I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top. Got a spot and it's locked to the click all in. I got ops, if he drop, I just hit my dance. I was pop, they just watched, had to take my wins. They wouldn't let me in. I've been on 10 cents. Who really holding it down? I've been holding it down and I go it again and again. Who is the dummy that doubt I'm the coldest around, but he folding again and again. I'm in the what? I'm in the day. I'm doing 30 on 30 and up. You in the what? You in the way. Either you rolling or rolling the dust. You with us or what? Keep it running. We did a lot for the wins. Came in and drop on the 10.
Now we on top once again, yeah. I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again, yeah. Hey, I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on 10.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I whipped the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay. Then I hit that. Okay. Then I hit that. Cause I ain't like it, okay. Then I hit that. Okay. Then I hit that. Stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew, ooh. Only winning is exception on my crew, yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay. Then I hit that. Okay. Then I hit that. Cause I ain't like it, okay. Then I hit that. Okay. Then I hit that.
Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you tryna do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need Jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took. This you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to duck the LMPD. Go and get your self-esteem. And she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto-Biz, what this pink stuff is. Gonna tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't felt me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it. I'm like, the matter gets a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat.
Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me? Hold on. I got a crowd wrapping around the whole town for me. Hey, mama proud, got a thou in the balcony. Nah, 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 I don't hear no clown talking foul on me. Won't shoot me down, send the cavalry. It been a while since I had time for me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Hello. Max March out with the polo. Like my style, don't y'all? Nights like this, I wish I was with y'all. On my turf, roll out the Henry Rux. She like when I hit the receiver. Friend hop in, this is a four-seater. Made a yank straight out the wood, I'm Derek Jeter. Major leaguer, no fatigue. We don't get no handout, we don't get no Macarinas. Never gon' throw your back out, tryna work, you need a breather. I need a break. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me? Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me? Hold on. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down. Tell me who you talking to. Roll up that Sinatra, fly la mama to the moon. She asked me what's my life path. Told her 55 south to the cash. So many couches I cried. Shout out South South Tree and shout classy. I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the second up. Baby, I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the second up. Baby, I know you really wanna be
check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that tasty finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my stocks. Hey yo, Nike check. T-shirt check. Sneakers check. Socks check. Hoodie check. Shorts check. Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. Going up sky high while I'm rocking Air Force. And she just wanna ride, shorty bad and gorgeous. She was rocking stripes, said it's alright. Then I cut her off, shorty stepped on my off-whites. Okay, now wait. Gotta get the bag and racks every day. Don't tell me to relax, I can't, I'm saying. Got a new Prestos and a J's in the way. Got a new Chris Foss where they don't take time. Might pull up on a hop if it's up too high. And you wanna play ball, hit a 3-point shot. Or this my court, got a block on lock. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that tasty finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my stocks. Hey yo, Nike check.
She-Rag got me.
Hit boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and wanna see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the when I get expecting nothing back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news. Okay. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay. Look, sometimes you need the faith. Sometimes you need to know your worth. Sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but they from the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake. You gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage. Put the mainframe, loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your perm at. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and wanna see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe. Oh, men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be greatest of all times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb. Came out of my mama with some running tennis shoes. Faster than the speeding bullet. No,
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And right away, he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Dancing to his left. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And this is caught by Watkins. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
1st down, Denver.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there'll be design runs as well as his scrambles.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game. But it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it first and 10 up at the 20. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. We're scoreless after one.
With no score.
$13 yards remaining on second down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Mahomes now on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Giorgio Tavecchio for the extra point.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time, and it'll bring up third down.
On the coverage.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Being chased out left. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And returning it, here's Hamler. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go, and move on to the next series. Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. In his own end zone, it's Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. Looking for Hill again. This time it's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line.
carrier. He's brought down at his own 4-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And now we're going to get a delay of game, and that's going to back them up halfway. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but it'll be second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. Flushed out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Play action. Now Wilson. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he stopped immediately there.
Akers, the ball carrier.
Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
He'll throw complete to Cam Akers. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Forced out to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown. Tyler Lockett. As the first half is winding down, and the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
7. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken.
40-yard line.
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. That time he was looking for Jerry Judy. And that'll bring up second down. On the counter, Lindsey. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. Oh, able to avoid him. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
29-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working from the gun, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
Chiefs. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On first down, Akers. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
He's brought down.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
At their own 49.
First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They go play action with Wilson. Flush to his right. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
From the 36, Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and it's third down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
16 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
At the Chiefs, 19 yards.
Now a handoff for Lindsey. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll go again here with Akers. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Akers. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter.
With the score all tied.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A handoff to Penny. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. On the give, this is Akers. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Here's a give to Penny. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Going right back to Akers.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That good for 19 and a first down.
I was used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher. And all night long, he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now. A huge third down conversion. On first down, Akers. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. The first running back drafted in April. This is Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He would chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
At the 37.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Buying time to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Smart play to get rid of it there, but now it's 4th down. Your margin for error pretty much out the window.
That means you have to come up with a big-time throw here and a completion in order to keep this 2-minute drive going.
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. On the crossing route, complete. That's Fisher. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. So they elect to pass up on the field goal here that would have given them the lead late, Charles. They must have thought they had a play up their sleeve that would work, and I guess they did. They got it.
They did. Exactly. I'm with you on that one. They felt confident in that play. They may have also looked at their defense and said, let's not put them back out there in this situation anymore. Let's bleed this clock down even further. And even if they do have to kick the field goal or attempt it again, at least now they don't have to play as much defense.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Akers.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Again, it'll be Akers.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Akers with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
And that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy. And that'll bring up second down.
Second and 10.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
They go play action. Now Mahomes rolling to his right. And going deep for Hill. He's got a man. Complete. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Chiefs, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for Denver, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. So for our entire crew,
I'ma act a fool with this, ayy.